correct way to perform a rugby tackle by Alexander Graves. Due to recent events in the 2011 World Cup and the 2012 Six Nations surrounding tackling and the correct way for a tackle to be executed without injuring any of the players involved, I decided to do my project on the correct way to perform a rugby tackle safely and effectively. The main aim of this project is to help educate people in the correct safe way to perform a rugby tackle in easy to learn and easy to follow step-by-step instructions. The software I'll be using for this project are Zara Designer Pro, PowerPoint and Screencast-O-Matic. The reasons for choosing the following software are as follows. Zara is easy to use and is very effective at designing posters, websites and animations. PowerPoint is easy to use, available on every computer in the university and creates very effective and attractive presentations. Screencast-O-Matic is free and has no time constraints, as well as offering the option to commentate on screencasts. About the area of analysis. Rugby union, often simply referred to as rugby, is a full contact sport which originated in England in the early 19th century. One of the two codes of rugby football, it is based on running with the ball in hand. It is played with an oval shaped ball with a maximum width and length of 30 centimetres and 62 centimetres respectively. It is played on a field up to 100 metres long and 70 metres wide, with H-shaped goalposts at each goal line. William Webb Ellis is often credited with the invention of running with the ball in hand in 1833 at rugby school, when he allegedly caught the ball while playing football and ran towards the opposition goal. However, the evidence for this story is doubtful. In 1845, the first football laws were written by rugby school pupils. Other significant events in the early development of rugby included the Blackheath Club's decision to leave the Football Association in 1863, and the split between Rugby Union and Rugby League in 1895. Historically an amateur sport, in 1995 the International Rugby Board removed the restrictions on payment to players, making the game openly professional at the highest level for the first time. Here is a map of the proposed website I'll be designing. We'll be starting off with the home page, which has links to the history of rugby, latest news, step-by-step guide how to tackle, examples of how to and how not to tackle, and links to other websites that might be useful. Following the history of rugby, it goes into the page which it splits into two links, the history of the sport and the rules of the sport. With the history of the sport, there's various videos and images along with text to help describe the history of the sport, as the same with the rules of the sport. The step-by-step guide how to tackle also branched into videos and images, as well as step-by-step bullet pointed information telling you how to tackle and the correct ways to do so. In the examples of how not to and how to tackle correctly section, there's also videos and images linking from other websites such as YouTube, Rugby Dump, to show you how the correct way to tackle and the way that's not supposed to tackle in professional sport, in the professional sport. And then on the links section, there's links to other useful websites that may be useful to you and others. The storyboard is very brief at the moment, but is a work in progress. It starts off with a picture of the players coming into shot, and then the next one is the defender sets himself up for the upcoming tackle, and then the tackle is performed following the step-by-step guide. Here is an example homepage of the idea for my website. It starts off with the title, How to Tackle Correctly in Rugby Union. It branches down into a website introduction, which has got full of information about what rugby is, what it's about, what this website is going to be for, how useful it is. And then we've got the option for two options for either an image or a video depicting about the website or generally about rugby and the correct way to tackle. And then it branches off into the history of rugby, latest news, step-by-step guide how to tackle, examples of how to and how not to tackle, and links to other websites. Here we have the feedback of the peer assessment I have been given for my proposal project and proposal website. It's branched into three headlines for the tables: assessment aim, assessment tool, and results. In the first section, I was determining the feedback on the proposal project itself. It was all done by peer assessment, and the results I gained was that there was a appropriate knowledge of the chosen sport, a very clear guide for the objectives of the project. I was well informed about the sport and techniques involved, but it needs a clearer layout in some parts. We then go down to determining the feedback of the proposal website layout and appearance, which again is peer assessed. The results for that was the colour scheme is very attractive, it was very well laid out, it needed more interactivity, videos and images are very clear and informative. And the final section is determining the feedback on the videos. This is also peer assessed. The results were, it was a good basic idea of the storyboard, needs more work to be put in to achieve a better end product, and there needs to be video commentary on top of the video. Here we have a proposed timeline for the project, which is set out in a table which has got three headers, which are tasks to be completed, estimated completion date, and completed. In the tasks to be completed, we've got all the tasks that I believe are important that need to be done. It starts off with the project proposal, which is estimated to be completed the 25th of January 2013. Then it goes on to enhancing the skills for using the proposed software, which I've put down for throughout January and February 2013. Then it goes to create a basic website template. I've decided that the estimated completion date for that is around about the 28th of February 2013. Then looking at the creating the videos for the website. I've estimated the completion date for 12th of March 2013. Creating menus and logos for the website, estimated completion date the 20th of March 2013. Inputting videos and images onto the website, incorporating everything I've got so far and making a basic structure of the website. I aim for the 25th of March 2013. And then just shortly after that, on the 27th of March 2013, I'm going to input any relevant information for the website. So just filling the website out with little bits. And then the 5th of April 2013, I aim to have completed compiling the website for beta testing so that I can give it to some few people, to my peers, so they can go over it and look at it and give me some feedback. On the 10th of April, I want to have got that feedback on the website and start to use it and plan what changes I can make. And by the 20th of April, I intend to have made the relevant changes for the website and yet again have it peer assessed. And by the end of May, I aim to complete the website. Here I have my references for this proposal, and the only one I used was www.rugbyfootballhistory.com, which basically explained about the origins of rugby and the history of the sport. Cheers, thank you very much.